I'll start with a short story this time. In October 2021, I accidentally read an advertisement email about cheap flights from my hometown, Budapest. There were some destinations in England, but my passport expired before, so those were out of question. But there was another city, Gothenburg in Sweden. Before that trip, I made vlogs exclusively in Hungary, but all in English, obviously, because I knew that I would start traveling abroad at some point. There was a midweek game in that city in Sweden I've never been to before. IFK Göteborg against DJURGÅRDENS IF. With a disappointing season behind them, 11th placed IFK Göteborg managed to pull off a massive upset by beating second place Djurgården 3-0. I arrived in Göteborg with less than 200 subscribers and literally zero knowledge about Swedish domestic football culture. Left amazed by it, with great appreciation shown for the video I created. It all started there. I got many invitations from you guys, got to visit many different Swedish clubs in different places. And here we go again, 22 months later, the exact same pairing, IFK Göteborg against Djurgården. Welcome to HFB everyone. This round 19 game in this year's Allsvenskan looks even more like a mismatch than 22 months ago. In the 2021 season, Göteborg saved themselves by finishing 8th, and they kept this mid-table performance for next season as well. But despite their ambition for top 3 in the league, which would suit their history much more, it's all heading south, with the club as an institution constantly failing to keep pace with fellow competitors in the league. That's why they had an early exit in the cup, where they lost against second-tier local rivals Gais, among others. And that's exactly why they find themselves on the 15th place, in danger of relegation now. Djurgården had a rather solid performance in recent years, winning the league in 2019 and always finishing top 4 since then. They had the longest run in Europe out of the Swedish clubs last season, winning their Conference League group. However, it won't happen this year because they already crashed out against Swiss side FC Luzern in the qualifications. In the last 10 meetings, funnily enough, the only Göteborg victory was the one I visited back in 2021. Djurgården dominates this pairing with 6 wins and 3 draws in the last 10 games. I visited Djurgården at home recently. You can find that link in the description below to check out that game, and you can obviously also find the Sweden playlist, another link below in the description, where you can check all the matchday videos I made in Sweden so far. IFK Göteborg were in desperate need of a striker all season, their captain Marcus Berg not being able to carry the team on his back because of his back pain. 2 days before the game, Blåvitt announced the signing of Swedish-born Kosovan international Astrid Selmani, who has played for Hammarby IF and Varbergs Boys in Sweden before. He came from Israeli team Hapoel Beersheva and has the immense expectation of keeping the Europe-wide known traditional club in the league. Looking forward to seeing him in action, though he'll most probably come on as a sub since it will be his first game. It will be special to experience Gamla Ullevi again. The last game I covered there was almost 10 months ago, since I've only been to IFK away games this year so far. IFK hemma, nu kör vi! Match day. Welcome to the central areas of Gothenburg. We are here next to the main avenue. To the left there are all the pubs where the home supporters usually gather, and to the right there is the away gathering point. This is the only place where you could see the supporters meeting both in home and away colors. For example, there are some away supporters. I'll start with the away gathering point, which is really near. I'll try to capture some interviews. As always, you should know about me, if you're watching me for longer than you know it for sure, that I do have a bias in Sweden and I do support the home team, today IFK Göteborg, but supporters of other teams tend to turn a blind eye on it because I'm always neutral in my analysis. So obviously now going to the away supporter area, I won't wear any colors. When we are through that, I'll put on the blue and white scarf as usual for the Blåvitt games. We arrived. Man, this is a really large place. Djurgården supporters everywhere, obviously. Let's see about the roof. Who's your favorite Djurgården player?
Haris Radetinac.
Is he the favorite player of most of the supporters since he's here for a decade?
Yes, he's the legend in Djurgården.
What do you think about Lucas Bergvall? He's your most valuable player and he's only 17.
He's very promising. I believe he's going to play in the Premier League after some years.
How do you see your chances today? Score prediction?
The score prediction, I guess 3-1 to Djurgården. we always win against Gothenburg.
Tell the viewers, guys, what you love most about Djurgården.
Well, I would say the atmosphere and the friendship. That would be definitely the thing here. We're a lot of people here, and no one knows each other. We just met each other this morning, and we're just hanging out.
Family already. I'd say the family and familiar feeling of the club, the traditions.
How many of you are here today in the Bortaklak at Göteborg?
3,000, something like that.
Score prediction and who will score?
I mean, the thing is, like, you know, we haven't really scored a lot of goals lately, but we're a strong team. We do everything together as a team, so probably like 2-0. I would say. What do you think?
3-1. Musa 2, Asore 1.
Is your favorite player Radetinac or someone else?
No, I would definitely say Radetinac. He's the one player that always gives 100% and a little bit more. And you know that no matter what, he will still run and give it all he gets.
I'd say the same. Haris might not play from start today.
Doesn't matter.
But he'll score a goal in the last 20 minutes, for sure.
Time to go. Now there are even more away supporters. I could capture some great interviews. There were some people recognizing me and greeting me. It was really nice. But the guys I interviewed actually had no idea that I'm a Göteborg supporter, so I kept it really quiet. It was so funny because right before I left, I heard some guys talking in English that Göteborg are shit. They said literally that, and I almost told them something, but I was like, okay, keep it quiet because you're in like away territory. But now we carry on to the Göteborg areas on the avenue. Here we go. Quite many people in blue and white in this area already. I think half of Kommandobryggan is looking at me because I was told recently that, like, not to film the ultras. Obviously they don't want to have their face on it, which I always respected before as well. So it's like they're there but no face is recognizable. Obviously main thing that it's Blåvitt area here. Blåvitt are in the relegation zone. How do you see today's game? How much chance is there for Blåvitt against Djurgården?
I think it will be a very hard game, but hopefully we can tie this game or hopefully win. We now have Selmani on top. He can maybe produce a goal today, hopefully, but he won't play from start, so I think maybe in like 18th minute he will score.
I think 1-0 to Blåvitt.
Who will score?
Selmani will come on and score.
Which minute? Because he's on the bench, as we know.
95th.
Your score prediction?
2-0. I think Norlin will score a penalty. Hopefully we get the penalty, and then I think Selmani will jump in and score a goal as well.
Do you think Asko is able to keep Blåvitt in Allsvenskan?
I think he's the right manager to keep us in Allsvenskan, yes.
If I had to ask you, you choose Allsvenskan without any derbies or Superettan against Gais and ÖIS. How does that sound?
Very hard. You know, Allsvenskan is the best league in Sweden, but I would actually prefer derbies in Superettan.
Who's your favorite player? Like,
yeah, Sebastian Eriksson, of course.
in these hard times, what's the biggest strength of Blåvitt, you think?
The biggest strength in Blåvitt is the supporters, you know, and I don't know if the players have any strength. So the supporters is very important for Blåvitt to take points.
You sold out once again. You sold out the recent away games. I've also been to myself, Halmstad, Elfsborg, and today Djurgården hemma.
Yeah, it's very good. I love the supporters, and I will keep support Blåvitt until they don't exist anymore.
We arrived at Gamla Ullevi once again. The supporter culture of IFK Göteborg is second to none. I've said it many times. Look at this. You have so many activities, especially for children, just to keep the community together. And here it is, Gamla Ullevi, a very sentimental place for myself. It's not the nicest stadium there is, but I really like the vibe. You can just walk there and watch the city from inside. There's a fan shop there, of course, but since it's by no means my first time here, I won't go inside. So we're gonna head inside the stadium soon because there is only half an hour left. so good to be back. Djurgården supporters over there. The very first time I was here 2 years ago, I was sitting about on the middle there. Today I'm sitting much closer to Kommandobryggan and the home ultras, so they will be heard first of all in the video. Nationell Poseidon is coming soon, which is literally the best anthem in Sweden, though I'm biased, so you can doubt me. Write me in the comment which club anthem is the best in Sweden. I go for Nationell Poseidon, you'll see it soon. Supporters have their scarves up now as well. That looks also pretty nice. By Djurgården. Blåvitt are strong in the first minute. This save outside the corner was insane from Djurgården's keeper, Zetterström. He had to get down to the bottom corner and he saved it well. Really big chance for Blåvitt. It's in 20th minute. Djurgården take the lead after a great cross and a great header. IFK Göteborg keeper Pontus Dahlberg got a touch on it, but it went in eventually off the post. 1-0 Djurgården, even though Blåvitt were a bit better so far. We caught the limbs on the other side. Across his left foot. Header. Here we have the halftime whistle after more than 7 minutes added on. This first half was a nightmare for IFK Göteborg, even though they're only 1 goal behind. They lost one of their best players, Sebastian Olsson, who just recovered from an injury, got injured again. There were a lot of breaks in the play. Djurgården's young striker, Noel Milleskog, was the scorer in the 20th minute. And from that on, Djurgården were rather dominant. They had some more shots on target. They took over the open play. There wasn't really much chance for Blåvitt to equalize. If that changed in the second half, really hard to say. You have Marcus Berg on the bench. They also have the new signing on the bench. I don't know how many minutes Selmani will get though. Jakob Wideteterström, the keeper of Djurgården, he's absolutely the man of the match for me so far. IFK Göteborg, it's really hard for them because many players are playing out of position. Luck can be on their side, but not much else. The support, obviously, as mentioned before the game. Let's see about the second half. Before we carry on with the vlog, a short service message. You probably guessed that creating all this content abroad takes up quite much time and money. It wouldn't even be possible without generous supporters offering me a place to stay every now and then. If you have the possibility, please support my work by hitting the thanks button below the video. You can patronize the creation of future HFV videos by that with an amount you choose yourself. Another possibility for this is the channel's Patreon page, which you can see on screen and find in the description as well. If you have no intention of sending money to the channel, it's already a huge help. If you like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. I know there are many teenager football supporters watching this channel. In case you're one of them, ignore what I just said about sending cash. Spend it rather on yourself, your friends, or buy a new scarf of your favorite team. At your age, I was told to do the same. Thank you very much for your help in advance. Let's carry on with the game. The coach Jens Asko went for Marcus Berg. The former Swedish international came on for the second half. Here he comes, the new signing, Attribution Selmani. Can he do a miracle in these remaining 20 minutes? What a shot this was by Mukolli, 1-1 in the 79th minute. The Albanian winger equalizes. Oscar, you're watching this for sure. I told you he's gonna score today. I told one of my friends, Mukolli will score today. and he did. What a shot. It was great to see the ball flying in the net, and then the wave of the blue and white scarves as always. Now from here on the atmosphere will be better, at least from the home side, and also the game itself, because both teams have to go for it. What a chance this was, missed by Radatina. Marcus Berg for 2-1. The wave of scores, I almost crying, I swear. Blåvitt turned the game. What was the odds for this? In a few minutes, club legend Marcus Berg does it from the clear chance. 86 minutes, 2-1 for IFK Göteborg. What it means to the team. They're still not out of the relegation zone, but they gave themselves a massive chance now with this victory. I literally don't know how they did it. Don't know how they turned it in the last quarter of an hour. Just enjoy it, guys. Just enjoy it. Credit to Djurgården as well. IFK are still in the relegation zone, but this win can be the one to turn their fortunes. It was only their third win in 19 games in the league this year so far. That's why this is such a big surprise, an odds-defying win. It was proper value for money this time at Blåvitt. And looking at their overall performance in this game, I do think it's a deserved victory for them. Feel absolutely free to doubt me in the comments though. I hope you weren't annoyed too much that I wasn't neutral for this one. A big thank you for the interviews and the beers I got invited for before the game. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to join me on the channel's social media accounts. You can see all the possibilities on screen, and of course check out the Sweden playlist. I'm filming this review already in southern Sweden. That's where our next game is. See you in that one. I was HFV. Take care, guys. Goodbye. Oh, and Seb, take better care of Mukoli next time when you're celebrating a goal. We adore your passion though.